Hey everyone, and welcome back to Legally Teaching Engineer Sports. I'm Dylan here with Max Loga. Today will be September 4th, 2025. And tonight's episode 142, Navigating the National Football League. Dun, dun, dun. Woo! We got NFL football, Max. Today will be game one between the Eagles and Cowboys. Are you excited?
I am excited. This one, I'm excited through and through. It's always good to have football back. Kind of plan my schedule around it, so it's exciting. The weekends are looking a little more free to watch some football, so that's exciting. So college is back. We did that last week, and now I'm ready for the NFL. What about you, Dylan? Are you excited?
Nope, not at all. All right. What else are we doing tonight?
We're gonna do our round table as always. We're going to have our DM sliding, our Venus Vivid moments, and our core talk questions.
Yep, nailed it. And then I guess we kind of passed over it, but we're gonna have a special guest on to help us navigate the National Football League. Forward Field Frank will be joining the podcast. He's going to help us preview the NFL, and then we're going to do week 2 of Passionate Picks. So week 2 for college, week 1 for NFL. A historic first week of college picking that resulted in the worst score we've ever seen from a guest picker. So a little preview for what's to come. Let's get it going with episode 142 of Legally Teaching Engineer Sports, Navigating the National Football League. Yeah.
You may have gotten them all, but we'll save that for my cooler talk question.
That was good stuff. Well done, Max, with the music. Woo, that doesn't fire you up.
I don't know. It's pretty sweet. Yeah, I won't dive into that. I'll save that for my cooler talk question.
All right. We will hold off on the round table then for now because that makes me think of things NFL related, but we will hold off. Good one. Let's first then just rip Vino's vocalized vibration. 4 legs, one sweet, soothing, solo cuddling champion, and a fan of the finer foods are forever cat king Servino. Max, what is your vocalized vibration?
Uh, Put me on the spot. I wanted you to go first, but I'll take it. I may take in honor of Sam the low hanging fruit, but it's going to be Michigan football. Dylan and I were fortunate enough to be there at the home opener, and the feeling in the stadium was different. There was a different aura around the crowd that you knew they could throw the ball forward more than 10 yards and it would be completed. And you didn't really feel stressed. Like last year in Fresno State, there was kind of a moment of, oh shit, but not this year. So that was good. I'm glad they're back.
I agree. Low hanging fruit. Is Sam dead?
No.
Oh, you said in honor of. I was confused. Yeah, no, I agree. Felt way different. Um, I don't know. The throws he made, like the touch pass, that wasn't the touchdown one. That was around their own like 7-yard line, up the sideline. Bryce Underwood is different. He's a man. He looks different. It just all felt different. Transfer running back was the dog. Justice Haynes looks so good. I will recap that in a second, but
Yeah.
okay job there. 3 out of 5 whiskers. Good job. My Vino's vocalized vibration is going to be similar-ish to our experience at the Big House. Shout out Kalo for letting us join him at the Big House in Ann Arbor, Michigan, the greatest stadium in all of college football. Mine's going to be stadium high-fiving with strangers at a hype sporting event. It's a really good feeling. It's a feeling unlike any other. You're at a Tigers baseball playoff game and you're high-fiving on a RBI double off the wall to everyone around you. Michigan football touchdown, you're high-fiving strangers who you're now best friends with. I think my favorite one, Max, is probably when we were at Michigan Ohio State with a group of like 20-somethings behind us. In the game, we went and stormed the field. That was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Ended up hugging them with them at the end of the game. I just think it's a great feeling when you get to high five strangers in a stadium for sports, right? You don't go to stadiums. You go to stadiums sometimes for concerts, but you're not high fiving people. It's just the sports give those moments that provide such proverbial elation. So shout out to high fiving with strangers at stadiums for sports.
I'm going to give you 4 out of 5 because that is a pretty good feeling because your common ground that you stand on, the team you're rooting for is doing well in essence. And it's a good feeling. So I agree with that. It's a good feeling. Good one. Very good one.
It's nice to feel good, isn't it?
It is.
Bad feelings aren't so fun. Shout out to the 0-16 Lions. All right, let's move on to the round table. Brought to you by Bud Light. That's it, just Bud Light. All right, Max, you played the music for all the different networks, so I know Red Zone is not on the NFL Network, which just made me think of it. So I'm sure you saw what Red Zone came out with today.
Yeah. Commercials.
Report the news. Yeah. Hold
Commercials
on.
and what
Take
stood
a,
on ground.
hold on. Let's take a break for a drink. Commercial break.
You're gonna miss touchdowns. You're gonna miss Scott Harris whipping it around the league. For a business that was built on commercial free, that's why people dove into it and loved watching it. That is gone,
Yeah.
gone with the wind. And who's
Let
it
me
owned by?
ESPN. Yeah. Let
Yes.
me ask you this: you a Red Zone guy, or you a Sunday NFL ticket guy?
Um, Probably a ticket because Red Zone doesn't give you what you want to watch. I mean, yeah, it shows you all the touchdowns and like in the red zone. It's what they're known for, obviously. But like sometimes I don't want to watch that. I want to watch the full game, or like I want to watch other things in the game. So probably the ticket. What about you?
Ticket's the right answer, and that's the only answer. You are a fantasy nerd. You don't really like football. Um, if you chose Red Zone, it is cheaper, obviously, and that's a reason because you don't get to watch the football game. Like you can't get the essence of a game if you're only watching scoring plays and only when teams are in the red zone. Like, and Scott Hansen really doesn't know diddly dick, if we're being honest about him. Don't know how he came to his job. Not even that good at it. We just all kind of accepted that he's the red zone guy. Yeah, no, I'm not even a red zone person. I had it one time, tried it out, didn't like it, don't like it, will never like it. Yeah, I think it's not a cool thing, and I think if you're upset about it, then you're probably just living in fantasy land. So,
I just think the most frustrating thing about it is that ESPN got their hands on it,
yeah,
and less than a month
money.
is already changing it, which is just annoying. Like
Yeah,
you can own it. That's sweet. Put your label in the bottom right hand corner or left hand, whatever. But don't go off and change it. That's kind of the most frustrating thing. I think.
yeah, no, I don't care. I'm not frustrated. I don't like ESPN. So ESPN now has a new commercial for their new app, right? I don't know how it's new.
I don't know. You
But
can
it's,
watch games on it,
but
but I thought I already could.
so there's a new commercial for the new ESPN app, right? It highlights maybe 5 sports. I'm gonna go with 4. What do you think the first 2 sports that it mentions are?
NFL and NBA.
NBA was number 1. Number 2, WNBA. Number 3 is NFL. Number 4 is college football. And I think those are the only sports it mentions. It doesn't
Wow.
mention the current baseball that's going on. No reference to hockey. No soccer. Not a chance. No college basketball. Yep, those are the 4. That's it. So
Yeah.
ESPN in general is shit, but the red zone itself is not too far from it.
Well, I agree. But speaking off of this, did you hear the other news of maybe you used to use this back in college? I know I sure as hell did. Stream East is no longer a thing.
No, I never used it. There's so many others, to be honest.
Well, I used it a lot. So back in college, Stream East for GHLers. It's an illegal streaming website that you could watch all your sports on. Sometimes you could get TV, but mainly in the dorm rooms, we would use it to watch like Sunday night football because we didn't have cable or any means of getting to it. So we'd watch like the big games or like UFC fights, anything like that. We'd run through Stream East, and it officially got shut down today. So RIP. Had a great run. Great run.
RIP to Stream East. All right. Pour one out, Max. Um, what else you got?
Uh, mean, did you hear the news about the NHL?
Hmm. Well, no, because I only follow ESPN, so no.
You're right, you wouldn't get that. They expanded their season, two more games. Sorry, two more games. And they're going to start earlier and finish earlier. So they projected to hand out the Stanley Cup in the first week of June, and they're going to start in late September. Not this year, next year. So 2025.
Is the NBA doing the same?
I have not heard anything about the NBA, but the NHL came
Playing,
out with it, a part of their new player agreement. So there will be no lockout. There were talks of that.
I would have rather had a lockout than this bullshit. No, not with this. Zero with this. NHL while football is going on is pointless. It's like don't even want to be a part of it. College football or NFL going on, don't care about the NHL. No offense. And I think one of the maybe the second or third best time of the year was when the NHL and NBA playoffs were both in the first round. And
Yep.
if you're gonna take that away from us, I'm that's so stupid. That is horrible.
Which I don't know. I haven't heard anything about the NBA, but I remember on one of our podcasts we said like the NBA finals were going on for like 3 months, or not the NBA finals themselves, but the NBA playoffs were going on for like 3 or 4 months. So maybe they are going to follow suit and shorten it up, keep it
They're
more
not going
compact.
to. Because now the NBA gets the TVs to themselves. This sucks. I don't like this.
Yeah,
Wow, that's bad news. Wow, huh? Don't love that. Did you hear about Kawhi? Speaking of them of the NBA,
I heard a little. I heard it broke today while we were getting ready to film this early on, but I didn't really read or see anything. What happened?
so what essentially what has happened has been reported that has happened in the past is that the Los Angeles Clippers have circumvented the cap that the NBA puts in place, right? You can only have X amount of players that cost X amount of money by basically having Kawhi get paid by a different, he's like basically working for Lyft, let's call it, but not going to pick anyone up or drop anyone off anywhere, just getting paychecks. And the owner was Steve Ballmer, the owner of the Clippers, of this company, this tree planting company that he did nothing for. And it was like a $20 million gig over the X amount period of time. So it was supplanted in his essential NBA salary. They handshake deal on that. So yeah, they could be in some hot water.
I did see on some forum that it was an LLC named KL2, which is Kawhi Leonard 2 is his number. So real. I mean,
I
maybe.
hope
I
not.
mean, maybe not, but that is on the forum. So head scratcher there. They could have thought of a better name like the Claw or some other nickname that he goes by. Like,
Or maybe just tree humping 26. I don't know. Anything else. Wild. Huh.
like
All
well,
right.
before we get off the NBA, since we're on the NBA, did you hear who's back?
Who's back in
Back in the
the NBA?
Detroit area.
Oh, yeah, I did. Um, paid some money off, and he's back in his apartment. It's good. Malik is back.
Malik is back. Wonder if he's
Will
going to
he be a
sign with the
Piston?
Pistons.
Will he be a Piston?
Well, yeah, so I'm asking, will he be a Piston?
Will he be a Piston?
Yes.
Okay.
Even though they went out and got two guys to play his position, he will be a Piston.
Yeah, I hope he is. Now it's a very good he's very much at a discounted price. That's nice, I guess.
Maybe he's a little sign and trade. That'd be something else too.
Yeah, true. All right. Welcome back to the D, Malik. Last NBA thing. Baron Davis. What about Baron Davis?
I don't know. What about him?
He's gonna be on Dancing with the Stars. Yep. The only person I know on Dancing with the Stars is Topanga from Boy Meets World.
Oh,
Yep.
Topanga. All right. I did see the Dancing with the Stars just got released. That's pretty sweet.
Yep. Yep. No one
Baron
else.
Davis and Topanga.
No, nobody else. So yeah, shut up. All right, let's do a quick recap on college football's first weekend since we're gonna talk NFL. Thoughts?
Um, maybe dogs aren't dogs. I think it's kind of anybody could be anything. I mean, obviously, week one you got to take it with a grain of salt. They don't get a preseason like the NFL. They're still working out kinks, in live action. Um, but I think there's some question marks around teams, and then other teams still have question marks, just not as big. That makes sense.
Yeah, that was a lot of fluff, as we call it in the legal world. A
Yeah.
lot of bullshit right there was just said. You said nothing that meant anything. So let's just talk about it. So Texas loses to Ohio State. That game was atrocious to watch. Poor football game. Both those quarterbacks are going to be ass this year. Um, Sell on Texas, buy on Ohio State because it's Ohio State. Ohio State's going to make the playoff. My prediction is going to be wrong. They're going to go 9-3 or 10-2 and make the playoff. Sell on Alabama. That is ass team. Ass, ass, ass. Poor offensive and defensive line play. Sell on Florida State. They're not going to be good. Just because they beat Alabama doesn't mean they're that good. They jumped Michigan in the polls. Congrats to them. Don't think I'm buying any Florida State stock. Buy Miami, Florida stock, I think. Buy Notre Dame stock. I think both those teams are going to be okay and good. I think sell everything North Carolina. Sell on Jordan. Sell it all. Horrible. Um, whom else am I buying? I'm gonna buy that Penn State will get everyone's hopes up and then sell. Buy that Michigan might have a Heisman Trophy winner on their team. I'm going to buy that Oregon will be very overrated. And I'm going to sell. No, I'm going to buy my prediction for the Big 12. Utah, they're going to win the Big 12 for sure. Selling everyone else in the Big 12. All right, now give me some more thoughts.
All right. Yeah. I'm gonna LSU could be real.
Ooh, yeah, I forgot about them. Yep,
Eye on LSU.
yep.
I think it's kind of bullshit that Florida State. I mean, Michigan didn't play anybody, and like you said, Alabama has the stigma. So Florida State, I would stay away as well. That's too risque to take. I think Clemson's going to be all right. I know they lost, but I still think they're going to be all right.
Well,
You say no?
yes, hell no. Dabo's an idiot.
Dabo is the James Franklin of the ACC, so he was born.
Well, plus a couple of national championships, but yeah.
But in the era, he was gifted those. Let's be honest.
Yeah, Sean.
Yep, exactly. Other than that, I mean, I don't know. Like Dylan said, we were at Michigan, so it kind of takes away from being able to sit on our couch for 12 hours and watch football. So a lot of games, maybe I missed some things, but the games I could watch, like North Carolina, bad. Miami, Notre Dame was a good game. I was excited for that one. Like Dylan said, both those teams. I think Carson Beck may be all right in Miami. Even though he lost his girlfriend, lost his car, he may have found a home on the football team. So shout out to him. But yeah, college football's back.
How much cocaine do you think he did with or around Michael Irving after that win?
Probably a lot during halftime because Michael Irving, while the game was still going on, his celebration was undoubtedly juiced by something.
Yeah, and it wasn't beer.
Exactly. So maybe that's why Carson Beck played
Mm.
so good in the second half too. Who knows? Questions to be asked. Don't
Who
have.
knows? Someone definitely knew, and his name was Lee. Last name Corso. What a performance by Lee Corso. Hangs it all out there, goes out undefeated with all his picks. Hell of a performance by Lee Corso. Yeah, that's all I got to say on that.
Yeah, that was pretty legendary. The fact that he picked what was it, 8 games they did,
I've been 6, but yeah, something like that.
6. Yeah, pretty legendary. So shout out to him. Kind of thankful he's off the stage.
3 years too late, but shout out to Lee. Anything else, Max?
Um, no, I mean just talk Michigan. We were there more. Like Dylan said, they have a Heisman quarterback esque. I mean, he's still young. Obviously, this weekend going to Normandy. Norman, not Normandy. That's in Germany.
Normandy's in. Yeah, it's a battle.
Um, could be a tough one,
I
but
don't know.
he's going to be all right. And I think Michigan didn't show their hand at all. They kept it very simple with their play calling. I think Bryce could be unleashed in a time of need. They didn't use his legs. Uh, Kept it simple passing. He's got an arm on him, that's for sure. So hopefully they let him sling it if needed.
Yeah, nothing else. Michigan defense corner play is going to be an issue. Oklahoma has really good receivers, so that's where it could come into play. Barham is suspended for the first half, so edge rusher is one of the most important players for Michigan. Very unfortunate. Yeah, Michigan could see themselves in a dogfight with Oklahoma. They're 5.5 point underdogs. Oklahoma's quarterback's transfer from Washington State. Very good. Yeah, I don't know. Winner probably vaults himself in the top 11, top 12, top 10, maybe. Loser, it depends how it looks. Could be out of the 25 if it's a bad one, if maybe top 20 if it's not a bad one. Oh, yeah, huge game. Can't wait. College game day will be there in Norman, Oklahoma. What else you got, Max?
I mean, that's basically it for my round table. Nothing else.
All right, same. U.S. Open. I hope Novak gets the job done. He's a dog. He was taunting people last night in New York, and I love every second of it.
Thoughts on that? They don't start like last night. I was at the Tigers, came home, and they were still in their first set. Got home around 9:30, 10, and
Yeah,
Novak and uh,
that's
Freds were still in their first set.
yep. Don't get it.
Don't get it. It's a New York Eastern Standard Time. I saw the match finished at like 1:45 in the morning.
Yep.
Stupid.
Bet on it. Plan to stay up to watch it. Not a chance. I thought it was gonna be like a 6 o'clock start, 8 o'clock maybe worst. Like maybe like I push it to 11:30. Nope, never made a chance. Never had a chance in that one. Yeah. No. All right, let's move on to DM Sliding, brought to you by Papa Shot. Looking for a competitively fun way to sharpen your shooting skills? Look no further than the original arcade basketball game that's been forming phenoms and battle testing ballers for over 40 years. Papa Shot, great for some family fun or a 30-year-old party of one. Remember, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Papa Shot. Max, who did you slide into?
So I slid into Monica Natero. I think I'm pronouncing her name last night. The anthem singer for the Detroit Tigers. She performed last night at the Tigers game I was at. Beautiful rendition of the national anthem. I sent the standard, but I also slipped in. I think I sat in your seats when I was like 10 or 11 with my dad. Ha ha ha. Long good memory. Go Tigers and go Wings. So
It was not the same person, so failed attempt, but I like that effort.
who was that person? I could have swore it was
Red Wings. That was Red Wings.
yes, and she sings for the Red Wings.
No, different woman.
Oh, well, that's gonna be awkward if she reads it.
Our girl's retired. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so I slid in hers.
All right. Might as well just you're over. You're hitting over, right?
I'm hitting over.
Yeah. I got a couple infield singles. Yeah, no one came around the
No,
score
you're
yet.
still legging those out. They're not, you're not touching first yet.
Responses are singles. Okay. If we get enough singles, we can eventually get a run in.
Ghost runners, we got ghost runners on. Is that what this is?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
All right. I reached out to Deanna Nolan, a former Detroit Shock player. So that's how long ago that was. She's now the proud owner with her wife, Russian wife, of Vino and Vibes in Utica, Michigan. So Deanna was a WNBA Detroit Shock player, played somewhere else, I think, in the WNBA. Took her talents to Greater Russia in the 2000 earlies, and then found herself a wife, came back over stateside, loved Michigan the most, and found her way into Utica, Michigan, where she now owns a cool wine bar called Vino and Vibes. So
I think this is a DM slid into, but I think this could be boots on the ground. I think you need to go to this wine bar and put
been
boots
there,
on the ground.
been there. Didn't know she was the owner, but might have to go back.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's good. Insider research.
Yep. So shout out to you, Deanna. All right. Let's go backwards to starting now. Brought to you by Newport Menthol Lights, America's classy, smooth cigarette. Stressed out at work, overwhelmed at home, or distraught with a disappointing team? Don't panic and just puff on some Newport Menthol Lights. Long puff in, deep breath out. Newport Menthols have been silencing stress and reading customers to heaven since 1957. Snipe your cigarettes fast as a ban on menthol cigs is currently under debate by the FDA. Light suck puff, Newport Menthol Lights. All right, back to Comerica for our surrounding now. Just a general lack of baseball fan etiquetteness. A couple weeks ago, I had a fan come up to me and say a fan was being too loud in a section next to him. I asked, "Oh, was he using profanity?" No, he just didn't appear to be there, and he was being obnoxious.
Didn't appear to be there.
All right, that's really quality. In addition, I had a fan come up and stand right behind me because I was standing behind him in the spot I was told to work in. A fan in his mid-20s who had been drinking too much came up behind me and told me what was I going to effing do about it. Not a smart move, my friend. Security was called. If you're going to Comerica, use your brain. Be an okayly decent person. Come on. Sure, any freaking now.
Hey, act like you've been there, even if it's your first time. Act like you've been there. Come
And
on.
we know most of you, it is your first time.
Yeah, it's
Fans.
I
All
haven't,
right.
I haven't been boots in the ground as an usher in a while. I've got 2 games on the docket. Right hand up. I don't know if I will make those, but it was a great season.
Yeah. Shout out to us. Um, all right, let's do our questions brought to you by Will Folsom Heating and Cooling before we get to the main segment of episode 142 of Legally Teach Engineer Sports, navigating the National Football League. All right, Max, you've got the ball. Good luck.
All right. Where is Cade McNamara, the quarterback?
Yeah, it's a good question. It's a better answer. It's Eastern, I think, Tennessee State.
Correct. Good job. I didn't write that down, so I'm not going to ask. I was going to ask you what their mascot is, but I don't know either. Do you have any idea?
I have no
No
idea. They're
idea
purple
either.
and yellow, though.
We'll keep going. What rank is Riley Green in the MLB for RBIs?
It's a good question. I'm going to go 4.
Ooh, very close. He is fifth. Do you have
Mm.
any idea how many he has?
Yeah, 102, 101.
Close. He got 2 today to push him up to 103. Kyle
Ah, I thought
Schwarber
101.
is in first with 119. So he's not far off.
All right.
Not far
Nice.
off. All right. You did mention the WNBA earlier. Who has the best record in the WNBA?
Minnesota Lynx.
Who has the worst?
Mm-hmm. There's a couple options here. We've got the
Team I
Kansas.
picked. If you remember the team I picked.
Yeah, well then, thank you, Chicago Sky. They were going to be my second one I brought up.
No.
Oh, the team you picked. I
Yeah.
thought you did pick Chicago.
Oh God, no.
You didn't take the Sparks. Oh, you took Dallas.
Dallas Wings.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah. All right. Um, where is Michael Vick, the head coach?
Norfolk State.
Do you know their mascot?
Admirals.
No. Close. Very good guess. Uh, the Spartans.
Spartans. Rats. Nice.
And then the last one. Can you name all 5 networks to watch the NFL on?
Yeah, we kind of just
Yeah, I know.
let our way into that. CBS, Fox, ESPN, NBC, and NFL Network. But there's also another one, Amazon Prime. There's another one, Netflix.
I didn't say streaming.
Good call. Yeah, good questions, Max. Well done. Didn't stump me and never will, but good effort.
Good job.
I guess you got me on the WNBA. All right, let us move on to the main segment of episode 142, Legally Teach Engineer Sports, navigating the National Football League. All right, like I said, we've made our way to the main entree of tonight's episode. And so that must mean I have to introduce our guest, a beer league hockey champion, a former pioneer, a proud promoter of parlor, punchkis, and pristine pizza, and a newly made father of 2. Ford Field Frank, welcome back to Legally Teach Engineer Sports.
Good to be back. Missed you guys. How's life?
Not the same without you, Frank. Not the same.
Yeah, tell my wife.
Looking forward to the NFL being back. Tonight's podcast, or the title is Navigating the National Football League. So we felt it a necessity to bring back our Lions expert. He's got a little taste for the rest of the NFL. So
Yeah.
Happy to have you.
Got a lot of opinions over here. I'm happy to help.
Well, then let's dive right into him. Let's get into the NFL. Frank will also be making some picks. We'll be doing our college and NFL passionate picks this week. But before that, let's get into the previews that we're going to partake in. Max, where do you want to start?
Let's start with the AFC South, the most uninteresting, boring, blah division in the NFL.
All right. Well, Frank's got opinions. Any opinions on the AFC South?
I have opinions. I'm trying to remember everyone in there. Houston, Indy,
Jaguars.
Jags, and the Jags are a bit of a wild card. I don't really know. I'm in the camp that Trevor Lawrence is Trevor Lawrence. I don't know. I just think this is who he is. I'll eat my words if I'm wrong. But beefing up a little bit. Got Tim Patrick over there, 6th round pick. Take our trash, we'll turn in some treasure. But I can't pick against Houston. I think Houston, even with losing Milt or was it Joe Mixon, they'll,
Mhm.
they'll be fine. I mean, they still got plenty of weapons there, and Nico could get a healthy Nico Collins back. I mean, he lost a lot of his weapons last year, and I think that's kind of what happened to him.
Yeah. Max, who's the fourth team?
The Titans, Tennessee.
Titans. I forgot about that too, Frank.
Very easy to
Yeah,
forget.
yeah. Cam Ward hopefully has a great year. Throws the ball a lot to Calvin Ridley. No reason why there. Yeah. I wrote down Texans, took them out. Actually drafted Joe Mixon on my fantasy team, so I have to go against them now, unfortunately. So I'm on Jaguars. I
Okay.
think Trevor Lawrence is. Yeah, I think you said he's like a good quarterback, but like don't really know what we're doing there. But I think maybe they
Yeah.
just have a chance. Texans are a little bit reeling offensively, have a great defense. So it's between Texans and probably the Jaguars. Texans more likely than not do take it, but I'll just take a stab with the Jaguars. Max?
I can see this team getting into the playoffs, or this division with a losing record. And it's going to be the Houston Texans because it's theirs to lose. And I feel like I don't know the schedule off the top of my head, but it's going to come down to some dog shit weather game in Jacksonville. And it's going to be like a 7-3 game that the Texans win and they get to make it to the playoffs. That's what I'm predicting for the AFC South.
I like it. Definitely. All right, let's stick to the AFC. We're going to round the opposite way then. Let's go AFC West. So I'm going to go first. I don't want the Chiefs. I don't think the Raiders are there yet, and the Seahawks are in the NFC, so I'm not going to talk about them. Instead, I'm going to talk about the Chargers and the Broncos, and I'm going to go with Jim Harbaugh. I don't know. Maybe it's more so I'm going with Justin Herbert and Madison Beer. It's probably the reasoning. Um, Really, that's it. Just Madison beer. I've got a little beer in my cup and got a little Madison on my mind. So I'll go Chargers. Frank, who you got in the AFC West?
Kind of same boat. I think it's kind of a cop out to pick the Chiefs, so you got to try to go out there. I like the Broncos. I go back and forth as like, is Bo Nix going to take another step? Maybe, but he's like almost 30, so it's like, maybe he doesn't because this is maybe just who he is. But man, God, same as the Chargers, lethal defense, just both of them. But I go back and forth because Jimmy always seems to, hey, we get here this year, and then the next year we're here, and the next year we're here. I I feel like the Chargers are gonna probably win at least a playoff game this year. I'm gonna go with the Broncos though. More of a gut feeling. I don't feel that great about it, but I think it'll be those two. And I mean, shit, and then you throw the Chiefs in there too.
Yeah, that's. I think second hardest division in all football. I think NFC North first hardest, and then AFC West. I'd say. Yeah, no, Broncos are a sexy pick right now for the media. I
Yeah,
get it. Good defense and Bo Nix second year maturity. Max.
Didn't the Chargers lose Joel Alt? Didn't he do something to his leg? I think he did. So that's a
They
big.
lost. They lost a different guy. They lost Rayshon something rather than the highest
Slater,
paid later,
Slater, the
Okay.
highest
guy
paid
that everyone said
tackle.
was better than Sewell.
Yeah.
Yep, highest paid
Okay.
tackle in all the NFL. He got injured like 6 days after they paid him yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, that's what it was. Okay. Um, I do like how Frank said Jim gets you here. Dylan kind of said, and then you go here, and then you here. And I feel like here is to win the division this year. But I kind of like the sexy pick in the Broncos. Their defense is very good. The offense can put up points if they need it and when they need to. So I'm going to go with the Broncos. Get some parity out there. I don't want the Chiefs. I'm sure they'll be there knocking on the door, but hopefully somebody can dethrone
Yeah,
See that 87 Swift jersey out there?
them.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think he probably goes Kelsey slash or dash Swift, but yeah, still gonna be a sick jersey, I guess. All right, let's go to the AFC North before we get to the East. We'll let Max take it away.
Yeah. So I think this is the hardest division in the AFC. Um, And I am going to go with the Ravens still. I think the Ravens are going to win this one, but the Bengals are going to be right there. I think the Bengals, if their defense is a third of what it was last year, are Super
Yeah.
Bowl contenders. The offense is still lethal, but like it's the Ravens' division to lose, I think. So going with the
All
Ravens.
right, pick Sam. Sorry, Max. Um, Frank, where are you at?
Yeah, I can't really pick against the Ravens. I mean, they've just been so dominant in that division for so long. I I don't believe in Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers. I want to believe in the Bengals, but like it's something always happens. Since the Super Bowl run, it's just kind of it's something whether Joe gets hurt or Jamar gets hurt or the defense is just total shit or like it's I wouldn't be surprised if if this was like his redemption year, but I'm just gonna stick with Baltimore, especially got Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson running show over there.
Yeah, no, it's our first sweep. I agree. Baltimore. I don't agree with your statement, Max. It's the most difficult division in the AFC. I think it's the West. I just said that. No way it's the AFC North. Cleveland's a door mat. They are pathetic. And then I think Pittsburgh, I think Frank's right. I think Aaron Rodgers isn't all that. And I don't think Pittsburgh is going to have a winning record or even a neutral record for the first time in many years.
If you go to a
Yeah,
game, go to that Pittsburgh game. I'll be there with some buddies, and I'm going to
Lions,
get out a lot of anger from my childhood.
love that. All right, respect. Shout out the Steel City fuckers.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm with you with the Ravens. I think it's an easier path though than we lead on. So we all take the Ravens. AFC East. I think this is going to be a sweep. Let's just all say it on three, two, one. Bills.
Bills.
Yeah, it's like the Dolphins are horrible. The Jets are ass, and the Patriots are maybe going to be subpar
I
ass.
feel like they got coaching now, though, at least. Like Vrabel, I can't believe Tennessee ever let him go, but
Agreed.
Vrabel's a good coach. I think maybe you might see this next step from Drake May, but is that enough to supplant Josh Allen? No,
No,
I don't think so.
and then I didn't realize it, but the Bills' furthest west game they have this year is Houston Texans. They don't even go to the West Coast, so like they have a very favorable schedule. So,
Wow.
Max, any tidbits to throw out there?
No. No, no tidbits.
Okay.
Did you see their rival series jerseys?
I
Yeah.
actually like the Bills.
They're all white.
Yep,
I hope they wear those in a snow game. You'll never see a player out there.
sweet. And then
That would be
holding
awesome.
it. Yeah, be cool. Um, do you know, Frank? Are the Lions going to wear some of those, or like is that
Next
like
year. Next year.
Okay, okay,
We'll
cool.
have it. They do two divisions every year, I believe, and I
Mhm.
don't even know what direction they can really go with these unis because they've covered the black, they got gray, they got white. I don't really know what they're going to do, but yeah, so it'll be the NFC North next year, and I don't know who the other one is.
Mm, maybe
Yeah.
some like
Lions
silver.
do have
Just
it
more
all.
reason to spend money on uniforms.
Yeah, 100% people to buy them. Yeah, no
Yeah.
doubt. What do you say, Mac?
Yeah, Lions have. I was in my head. I instantly had a thought. I was like blue on blue, but they do that sometimes.
They
So like
do. Yeah, the blueberries.
the blueberries. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know, maybe do like a blue helmet or something with I don't know,
I don't
but they
know.
kind of had that a little.
maybe not the
Be
gray that you're
interesting.
wearing, Max. Maybe like a silver, like a silver.
Yeah.
I would love. I like the silvers. Everyone was like, they look like pajamas. It's like it's different. I
Yeah.
liked them.
Yeah.
All right. Good discourse on jerseys. Love that. We went AFC. Let's go NFC East. So we're going to reverse flip it. Max, start us off. You had a little to say on the AFC East. Do you have anything to say on the NFC East?
Um, this one's interesting, but I don't think it's as interesting as the media wants to make it. I think everybody's high on Jaden Daniels and everything that was going on with Terry, scary Terry. But I think it's the Eagles again. Eagles are still good. I don't think they lost anybody. They kept everybody around. They got the mindset of take less money and win. So it's kind of a dangerous team to play, the Eagles.
Fair enough, Frank.
I agree. They're so loaded. Um, Saquon is still there. They still got their weapons on the outside. They're bringing everybody back, and their defense is really young. Like they're gonna get better too. Wouldn't be that much of a stretch to say they might even be better. I think Jaden Daniels is electric, and I promise this isn't me being a poopy pants Lions fan. I think he's due for a sophomore slump. The hype is unreal, and that's all. Maybe it's not exactly a sophomore slump, but he's not going to meet the expectations people are setting for him.
Yeah, I agree. Washington's going to have a bad year. It's going to be funny. Um, and I think
Hot
Philadelphia.
take: Dallas finishes last.
Ooh, hot cake. Dallas is my NFC East champion.
Really?
I'm taking Dallas. It's been 21 years, fellas, since someone has repeated an NFC East. It's a reason. I don't think. I think we get to 22. I don't think the Eagles win the division. I think Washington has a slap of reality. The Giants are shithole Giants. I think Dallas. Dallas has more offensive weapons this year than they've had in quite some time. They have a rebuilt offensive line with running backs that people don't know, but it's not Ezekiel Elliott who can't run. It's people who have potential. Um, yeah, the defense is going to hurt a little bit with homeboy going to Green Bay, but he didn't play the last like 8 games last year for them anyway. So I actually think Dallas is more okay than people lead on because it's such high expectations for Dallas, and I'm taking the Dallas Cowboys to win the NFC East. So
America's team. Nice. America's team.
let's go.
Yeah. Dylan just loves America.
I do. I do. And Trump is still alive, so that's good. All right, let's move to. We're not going to do the Lion. We'll finish with the NFC North. We'll go to the NFC South. I
This
think
is
this is
like
a
a case of like, who the fuck cares?
yeah. I think
But
this is the Bucks to lose, right? I mean, the Bucks have
right.
the best team. The Falcons have penis at quarterback. Um,
Dude,
we got
big props to the guy who called him Michael Penis Jr. And then he
to his
walks
face.
up to his face and goes, "What did you say?" He goes, "Michael Penis Jr." Hey, he said it right to your face.
Yeah,
Big
he
props.
left it
Like,
all on the table and he didn't do anything. I respect that. Um, and then Panthers. What's the last team?
The Saints.
Saints. Yeah. Oh,
oh, they'll
Saints the
be
worst.
picking number one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my hot take
Panthers
here.
might be low key, maybe I don't want to say sick, but like decent or good.
Yeah, like a sexy, weird, fun 9-win team that
They
could
will
get the
fuck. They
division.
will ruin someone's season.
Yes. Yes.
The way Bryce Young finished the year last year, I think he just got stronger and better. And that's just going to continue. They're actually my pick to win this, even though Tampa, I mean, I'm a big Baker guy. He's on my fantasy team. I hope he has a great season. I just hope they lose on the kick on field goals the whole time. That's fine with me. But
Just has a bad week one too.
now, great week one starts the season hot. I was going to put that in there at the end of this. Frank and I are playing in fantasy against each other, but I'm going with Carolina. So Carolina's my pick to win the South.
I like the pick, Max. I have parentheses. Panthers push though. So I like the pick. And
I
Frank already
love the
said they
pick.
might be sneaky. So we all
I love
yeah,
the
we
pick.
all pick
Who's
the Panthers.
the rookie receiver they got too? Is it like McMillan
Tate.
or
Macron Tate or something rather. He's on my fantasy team
yeah? I think
for
he'll have a
Arizona.
huge year. I think I'd ride with Tampa. It's just Mike
Yep.
Evans has been over 1,000 yards since he's been in the league every year. Bucky
They got it
Irvin's
back
low key
up.
sick.
State.
Yeah, I reluctantly picked Tampa, but like I could see I'd really just I don't know. I don't know about Atlanta. Too many question marks still.
Yeah.
Michael Penix could be awesome or Michael Penis, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But I think
If
Carolina
you
can make
go
some noise.
if you think though when divisions are tight, just go blind cheerleaders vote, right? Who's got the hottest cheerleaders? It's an easy one for us in the NFC South. It's
Tampa.
Tampa. It's
Tampa.
Tampa.
I would like to think Atlanta's got to be close.
Uh,
No, I'm no,
not for
no.
me.
That's more Miami.
Atlanta's not for me though. All right, moving to the NFC West. um,
Ooh, good one too.
is Matt Stafford a cyborg? Is the biggest question of this division, I think. And if he's
Yeah.
I think
not,
this is his last year.
He just spawned into week one and is ready to play match.
and if he stays spawnable and is ready to go, I think I take the Rams. If not, it's probably the 49ers. Seahawks not going to be there, and Cardinals are poo-poo. That's my opinion. Frank, what say you?
Yeah, I think I'm with the Rams too. Obviously, it's pretty big on Stafford's health, and I really think this is his last year. Um, San Francisco lost a ton on defense. I feel like too, especially
Yep.
Seattle. They're a great team on paper, but do I trust Matthew Stafford or Sam Darnold? Well, I'm gonna pick Stafford. And then who am I forgetting?
Cardinals.
Cardinals, yeah. Marvin Harrison Jr., like how come that's not being talked about more is like bus.
Yeah.
Like he hasn't done shit.
I think part of it, he has nobody to throw him the ball. Like Kyler
That's
Murray.
fair.
Like
I was just gonna say quarterback play is probably some of it. Because I
Yeah,
swear, I mean, I'm just some guy on the couch, but like you watch him wide open in the middle of the field, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna fit this down here to Hollywood Brown." Like what?
exactly.
Like what are we
Uh,
doing?
I'm going with the 49ers kind of for the same reason because I mean, the Rams are lenient on Matthew Stafford. I couldn't even tell you who their backup is. Um,
Jimmy G.
oh, Jimmy
Devontae just
G.
can't get away from him.
You're so right. That whole saga's out there. So we're going to stay away from that and go with the 49ers. They did lose a lot on defense. If Christian McCaffrey, knock on wood, somebody hot in a higher praise, keeps them healthy, I think they're all right.
He can pick up a lot of that.
Dylan,
Anything to do with your number one overall fantasy football draft pick?
that's why I just knock on wood and there's a higher praise. So hopefully he stays healthy this year.
All right. Torn meniscus week 3. All right. So
Wow.
Oh, no.
let's move on to the final division, the NFC North. Um, I think I know where we're all going here, but I don't want to do it in unison. So we'll let Frank lead off. Ford Field Frank, who you got in the NFC North?
Well, I'll lead with this. There's only two people in the world that need epidural shots. It's women giving birth and Micah Parsons. Those are the only two people apparently that need epidural shots. He says he might need an epidural to play week 1, so I think the Packers might have got housed a little bit. Do I even care about Micah Parsons? No, we have a Penny Sewell. I don't care about that. Have fun getting erased every play. But I never got the hype with the Packers before this trade. I never understood it. Sure, Alexander didn't play a lot, but he was still an all-pro corner, and he's gone, and he's with Baltimore. So it was like, okay, so surely everyone's got to be buying a lot of stock in the Caleb Williams hype train. Again, don't really get it. Have fun running those trick plays with no O-line. It's not going to work. I watched the Lions sign Pro Bowler after Pro Bowler in free agency with TJ Lang and Rick Wagner. Just because you get these guys and you plug them in, it's not going to happen right away. You build that camaraderie. Who else is on my shit list? Vikings. I don't even freaking, I mean, JJ, there's a lot riding on him. I don't think, any more pressure on a rookie than probably him right now. This is his rookie year, essentially. But if he is just an average to good quarterback, Minnesota's a 10-11 win team. So it's like, I don't know if I trust the health of Aaron Jones. He's due for an injury. It's always like every 2 or 3 years. I'm sorry if you had him, but I'm totally putting the black magic on him. Aaron Jones is due to get hurt. Buy stock in Jordan Mason. But come on, man, we're the back-to-back division champs, and we're just gonna act like everybody's gone. And it's like, okay, oh, we're fucked. Yeah, well, wait, is Dan Campbell still there? Oh, Brad Holmes is still there too, right? The guy that's hitting on a 75% clip. Okay. Yeah, we'll be okay.
So
15 wins? Probably
Lions,
not. Lions.
Lions. Love that. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
Ooh, yeah. I'm Lions. Max,
Yeah, I'm Lions.
I'm not going to be able to top that.
No, Lions. Frank said it well. Frank said it best. It's going to be the Lions. May not be as pretty as it was last year,
No.
but they'll get the job done. That's all that matters. Job's done.
Yep.
Yep. I think defense is going to be vastly improved. I like the new defensive coach, Shepard. I like
Yep.
him. Good energy. Offensive line is the scariest thing in the team. And it's not because they're not good. It's because they're Frank threw camaraderie out there. It's going to have to be some new camaraderie within the group. But I think they're going to be fine. They're going to find it.
I'm really happy they moved Graham back to center
Yes, and he's
because,
available this weekend too, so that's
like,
huge.
it's like, hey, like, is Graham an elite center like Ragnow? No, but he's still, I think, a top half center. He's a good center.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's fair to bring a rookie and you didn't do this to Frank. Or you did this to Frank, rather. You made him play guard before you moved him into center. You're like, hey, you're going to play some guard and like move Tate in the center, new position, first year is like, God, dude, I don't understand why Graham isn't playing center. And I think like 2 weeks later they did it. And I think Christian Mahogany, no one, like, if you're a Lions fan, you know about him, but like a lot of people don't know, like, that kid's sick. Like, he's good. When he came in and played, like, he was a step up from Graham, a big time step up. Graham had a tough year because he hates the left guard. He doesn't like playing left. He's a right guard guy. But I, I think the O line it'll take a second. Like, we were rusty in the beginning of last year. I mean, everyone's like, what's going on with the offense? And we were winning games 13-10 because of our defense. It'll take a second, but I don't think it's going to be as big of a concern as people think.
I love that. Yeah, like I'm like Graham Glasgow, like I don't love Atlanta cheerleaders because I don't like being and live with Atlanta cheerleaders, but I still love cheerleaders, right? He still loves the offensive line. He'll be fine. It wasn't a great analogy. Um,
I'm with
Also,
it.
just randomly, Frank, if we've got to start thinking about middle names because I get to name Matt Iwanski's firstborn child's middle name, so just let's start thinking about that. Um,
How how did this happen? Was this a bet?
yeah, he got the Falcons that were gonna make win 9 games last year, never came close, so that's pretty sweet. Um,
He
Max,
just real quick, I just have to rewind. We based his kid's name on the Falcons season.
yeah, 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 he's pretty
Man,
drunk. It was
what are we
sweet.
doing?
Yeah,
What are we
good
doing?
stuff.
I love
Uh,
Kurt too, but what are we doing?
so Mahogany, you gave us a good name there. Give us one more name, Frank, for Lions fans to be on the lookout for this year.
I will give you two. I
Okay.
like Jack Campbell have a huge year this year. I it kind of sounds like with the Anzalone thing going on when there was a little bit of unhappiness, I guess we can call it. I think that's why Dan's like, go ahead. We don't care.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you're a good player. We'd love to have you both out on the field, but don't forget that guy's probably going to be our green dot. So, the other one I've been hearing a lot about, or I shouldn't say be hearing, reading a lot about, Terrion Arnold.
Oh, I like that. I
He
like
wasn't bad, dude, the last 5 games. Like everyone remembers the first five where he
all the
took 6
penalties.
penalties and
Yep.
stuff, and he's got to get his head turned around a little more, but like I think he's gonna be I think possibly by the end of the year he's CB1.
I like that. Under a proper Alabama regime, he was coached under, so that's good.
I
Never.
Proper Alabama regime, not this
Right.
shit show right now.
Nope. That's
didn't he
right.
say he had to adjust to the way the NFL was calling games because he came obviously from Bama where they were preaching physicality, like getting
Yep.
wide receiver shit, and he's like, I can't be doing that. So he took ownership on it, and I think that's
Yeah,
when he realized he like needed to dial back is when he turned it around a little bit, and I
yeah.
think he's just gonna grow, like Frank said. He's yeah, I can see that too. That's a great one.
Yeah, that's a good name. All right. Last Lions question for Ford Field Frank before we get to our championship game picks and then any other picks we have, Super Bowl. Frank, Lions home schedule. What you already said you're going to Pittsburgh. That's sick. That's a game to look forward to. What home game are you most looking forward to this year?
Give me 3 seconds.
You're good. Yeah, I will
I
filibuster while
uh
you're looking.
I will say I'm very jealous of their road schedule this year. I wish some
Yeah.
of those games would have been at home. I mean, just right off the top of my head, Baltimore, Philly, Kansas City. I was like,
Yeah.
man, like one of those at Ford Field would have been awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I would have loved to
Um,
see Philly again.
I'm gonna try not to pick a division game just because it's the division. Um, man, probably the toughest one I think they have at home outside of the division could be Tampa.
Ooh, that's a great one. They lost last time at home to them. So yeah,
I
that's a
mean,
good
they
start,
outplayed
including
that.
the playoffs.
Hutch had 5 sacks, outplayed the hell out of them. Baker passed for like a buck 80 and one
I know.
touchdown, but 0 for 7 in the red zone. That's when like that debacle happened at the half where we sent like the kick team out, but Jared went up and spiked it. So then clock run off. Those 3 points,
Yep.
we would have
That
been
wasn't
kicking a
last
field goal for the win instead of having to have a touchdown to tie it.
year before. Yeah. Okay, I like that. Good one, Bucks. All right. Max, give me your AFC and NFC title games.
All right, so in the AFC, I am going to go with the Bengals playing the Bills.
Okay. And then who makes it to Super Bowl?
The Bengals are going to make it to the Super Bowl.
Ooh, Joe Burrow, Joe Ice. All right.
Joey
NFC.
Ice. NFC, I'm going Lions, Eagles. Lions, Eagles. And I'm going to take the Lions to the Super Bowl.
All right. Just give me your
For
Super Bowl
my
name.
for my reasoning in my head, not gonna lie, Frank fired me up when he had his preach about Lions winning the NFC North. On my paper, I had the Packers because I think I wanted the Lions coming to the playoffs. They'll make the playoffs, but with a chip on their shoulder, underdog mentality, people wrote us off, and I think they can carry that through the playoffs, and that's going to be a world of difference. Like last year, they kind of got the bye. I think they took their foot off, like we're the big dogs in the NFL, and I think that's what shot them in the foot. But this
You
year,
don't think it was having homeless people play defense for them?
That could have been part of it, but no. I'm going to flip the
Oh,
script.
Gliak.
They're going to be underdogs. So give me Bengals versus the Lions.
And your Super Bowl winner.
The Detroit Lions. There's going to be a parade.
Let's go.
Uh, the week before my birthday to kick off my winter break, and it's gonna be electric.
Love that. All right. Frank, give me the same. AFC title game, NFC title game, and then Super Bowl and winner.
AFC. I'm gonna go Chiefs, Bills, Josh Allen redemption arc. Josh Allen finally gets Patrick Mahomes. Um, I, Lions Eagles is pretty. I feel like someone always does something and gets in there, but I'm gonna go. I'm gonna piggyback off Max, cop out, and go Lions Eagles too. I want a piece of the Philly so bad. We had
Same.
to listen to it. I mean, I'm in this big football group. I'm a loser, and get into it with random people that I have no idea who they are and start arguing with them. But I want a piece of Philly bad, dude. Like I think if you shut down the run and make Jalen Hurts be a quarterback, you think you can win. You really do. So I think the Lions, Bills, what America wants, Super Bowl. And I'm sorry, Brooke, but the Lions are going to have to take out your husband, Josh Allen, and we're going to win the Super Bowl. There's a good
Let's
chance I'm
go.
in jail by midnight that night.
Good thing you might know a lawyer who can get you out. Let's go.
Yeah,
Hey,
I know a
my
couple.
name's Brooke.
Might be calling
um,
you too, Dylan. Hey, Dylan, know any friends in the area?
let's go. That'd be so electric. It really would. The whole where's Super Bowl next year? Do we know?
San Fran.
Yeah.
Greater San Fran area will burn to the ground if it's Bills Lions. That'd be wild.
Probably will, regardless.
Yeah, it's a shithole. All right, my AFC pick is gonna be my AFC and NFC picks are gonna be Ravens Broncos in AFC. NFC is gonna
Okay.
be Lions Lions Packers in NFC. So Max, I was with you. I think like Packers Lions gonna be tight in the division, but I think they're the two best teams in NFC.
Would you
Lions
say
Packers.
Ravens, Broncos?
Yep, Ravens Broncos
I
AFC,
love that.
and then Lions Ravens Super Bowl. Um, Lions
What
win it all.
America wants to see.
Yeah, Lions win it all. I agree with everyone. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'm going Lions. Frank's going Lions. Max is going Lions for Super Bowl winner. So I think we are all pretty Lions, which is fair, and I like that. I love that. Um, I like. I wanted to go Cowboys Lions, but I think my bold pick is still too bold for NFC Championship. So I went Packers. Do we have any bold takes in general, fellas, for the NFL season? Like comeback players, MVPs, anything? We'll start with myself because you guys maybe weren't ready for this question, and I'll give you my bold pick. Um, my fantasy football quarterback. He'll be the MVP of the season. No, not Drake May. Dak Prescott. I think Dak Prescott's going to be the MVP this year. He's going to have a hell of a year. It's going to be electric. Everyone's going to talk about Dallas. Media's going to love it. Yeah, so that's my MVP and bold pick of the season. Max, do you have anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna go bold pick. JJ McCarthy wins offensive rookie of player of the year. Frank said that team's gonna go where JJ goes, and I think JJ is gonna go well. Just not like crazy that he's gonna go off, but he's gonna win rookie of the year. And then obviously Hutch, he's got a bionic peg in him. Did you hear that interview? Um,
Oh yeah,
but he's gonna win comeback player of the year. So
the greatest pause of all time.
oh yeah. Anyways,
Max, can we give him defensive player of the year? Because I think Dak's going to win a comeback and MVP, unfortunately.
all right, yeah, you can go defense player of the year. That's fine.
Frank, what you got?
Um, Kind of maybe stealing a little from Max, but I think bold prediction. I think I'd go Carolina wins the division.
I like that.
I could I I know they spent some money on a guard who was really good and they overpaid to get him. The O-line seems a little better. They got a good running game. They finally gave Bryce Young some weapons. Um, I love Hutch as defensive player of the year. Could possibly be comeback player of the year too. But I'm gonna kind of go a little different route. I'm gonna say I don't know how to word it the right way without getting myself too much trouble, but I think Jackson Dart justifies his pick this year.
White
I think
frat
I
boy
can
snot looks like a white frat boy.
big time white frat boy, but I can't help but have a soft spot for those. You know he loves to chug beer when he's sitting at home. So I think he's gonna at least prove he's an NFL quarterback and prove they made the right pick grabbing him.
All right, over under. No, I don't even do that. What week does he come in? Because it's Russell right now. So what week?
I'm gonna say 6.
All right. I was gonna guess you said 5 or 4. So all
I'm going to
right.
go the opposite. They're going to go to JMO real quick. Once Jameson gets in there about week 3, he's going to have 1 week to shine, and then Jackson's going to come in.
And he will
So
shine that 1 week. He will be
Yes.
fantastic, and
Yeah.
then you'll see real Jameis the next week.
Week and a half. I'll give him a week and a half to
Yeah.
shine.
and I think another some extra point about JJ McCarthy. Everyone, so it's either you love him or you hate him. He's like being very talked about, which is fair because the Vikings have a pretty good roster, which is scary. I want him to suck for Lions reasons, and I hope he's okay, but I also don't really care. He did for
It,
Michigan what he needed to do, so don't really
it
care.
it's it kills me, but like
I
okay,
just
so it's like yeah, everywhere he's been, like he's won, so he's
yeah.
a winner.
hmm
I know the big thing on him is like, yeah, well, yeah, okay, well, he's gonna hand the ball off 40 times a game. He's good at that, and it's like, yeah, I love to make that joke too, but he's won at every level. When he has to throw the ball, he's thrown it just fine, and a lot of those games, Michigan's up 27 points. It's like, you want him to throw the ball? You want to risk your quarterback getting hurt? No, just hand the ball off to one of the best running backs in the country and just let him do his thing.
And now he's got one of the best wide receivers in the world that can be a safety. Like,
Yes.
you'll always know Justin can go get him the ball, or like I'm gonna chuck this and see if he's gonna go get it, kind of thing. So
Well, he's also got
Which
a
never
Speedy
had it.
Nailer, though, Spartan Dog. We got to make sure we get him his props. Seventh
You know,
round pick.
probably one
He's
of the
gonna have
best
to
tight
step
ends.
up though with Addison being gone. But when
Yep.
he comes back, dude, like he's
And
gonna
one of
have
the
every
best tight
weapon
ends.
he needs,
Like we might hate him, but
and he can run.
Hawkinson is a dog.
Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah. Um.
Kirby's just a bigger dog.
Yeah. Yeah. Um. I don't know, I think Cam Ward's gonna be good too. By the way, that's my last thing. I think he wins rookie of. Yeah, I think you're right, Frank. I think Jackson Dart's gonna be like up there, and Giants gonna be like, all right, we got a guy here. But I think Cam Ward's obviously starting game 1. I think he wins rookie of the year, and I think he gets the
Yeah.
Titans like sniffing things that are less smelly than they've been smelling. So that's my last take. Anyone else have anything else you just want to throw out there about NFL?
I'm gonna kind of go. I just wanted to ask you guys. It's not necessarily a sexy name, but who's someone that you think is going to have a big fantasy year that's not really a sexy name? And I think piggybacking off the Titans, I think Tony Pollard is.
Ooh, it's not a bad
Not
call.
exactly a name everyone's scrounging to get on their
Is he on your
roster, but
roster? Is he on your roster?
I don't know if he is. I should probably make sure it's someone on my roster, huh?
No, I was just wondering if that's where I was coming from. I think so. I'm gonna go with it. Might be sexy Frank, but I guess it's unproven sexiness, and they're both my roster. Um, Tyler Warren and Colson Loveland. I think one of, if not both, tight ends are going to do the Brock Bowers of this year. I think it's probably going to be Tyler Warren because they have to do that with Daniel Jones in there. So I guess mine would be Tyler Warren, but like a guy that's been around the block for a while. I don't really know. I think maybe one of those Dallas running backs. They're both
Yeah.
young, blue. That's a good question, Max. Who would you say?
well, as I pulled up my fantasy team here, obviously it's got to be a guy on my team, so I'm gonna go Zay Flowers.
Ooh, you know what? That's
I like
actually what
that.
still in Baltimore.
He is still in Baltimore.
He was having a great year till he got hurt last year.
Gonna need him to reincarnate that year again. So as it's projected, Frank's about to whoop my ass in week 1. He's got 129. I'm at 125. So we'll see how it goes.
Well, I won't say how many points I'm projected for them.
How many are you projected?
118.
Ooh.
8 being projected locks, it's just like if you don't score that, then you're
Yeah.
in problems.
Let's live action. I'm gonna do this fantasy help right now. So I'm gonna slide in Dak Prescott. I can't not start my MVP week 1. I had Drake May
Got
in there
to.
playing the Raiders, but I'm gonna go Dak. And should I go Nick Chubb running back or Calvin Ridley or Tayoria McMillan, New Carolina rookie? You guys think?
I think it's between McMillan and who was the other receiver?
Ridley?
Ridley. There's nobody else on Tennessee.
Yeah. So Ridley's getting
Uh,
slayed there right now.
but man, dude, McMillan, I mean, I think he's the safer pick in a couple weeks when he kind of establishes himself a little bit. I think he's going to be a good fantasy player, though.
I like that. All right.
Did
How
Brooke just made a trade, and now I'm starting to wonder if I gave her bad advice. Not in our league, so it's cool. But my cousin offered Warren or wanted Warren from Brooke for Kincaid, and I was like, yeah, do it, Josh Allen. Daniel Jones is Warren's quarterback. Like,
Mm-hmm.
but now I'm like, oh shit, I might have fucked up.
So the
Sorry,
only
Brooke.
reason there's 2 tight ends in Buffalo. That's the only reason. And Tyler
Oh, that's
Warren, I think,
right.
is gonna like
He's gonna
get
get volume.
yeah. So I don't know. I mean, out the get, she'll probably be out better off, but long term, maybe,
Yeah.
maybe not. Max and Frank, you guys played each other this weekend. How are we feeling?
Honestly, week 1, no standard. We're gonna let the fellas play. Then we're gonna reassess after week 1. So I'm going. If I start 0-1, it's not the end of the world. Got to find where you're weak and improve.
Okay. All right, I guess. Yeah, let me pull up the matchup here. So we've got
A little
Jalen Hurts.
nervous. I got Tyreek Hill and Justin Jefferson both questionable right now.
Yep.
Um, I took a lot of flyers, I feel like, this year on people that I probably wouldn't have ordinarily did, but it's just kind of how the board fell type of deal.
Mm-hmm.
Um, didn't feel great about taking Genty in the first round, but it's like, okay, managed sees Tyreek Hill till like round 4. I was like, "Ah, fuck, I gotta grab him.
So you
Same
loved
thing.
love Taylor Swift, huh?
Yeah, I got Kelsey. I feel like he's got to be in for a big year. He's not doing any Pfizer commercials, so he should be okay.
He was my
He got
biggest
$25 million to do that commercial, and everyone gave him so much shit. And I was like, guys, this is $25 million. I
Yeah,
don't care if I don't care if the vaccine's poison. It's $25 million.
I'll take it to the bank too. It all
Yeah,
cashes the same.
exactly.
Yeah, I mean, right now, Max, I think your team's gonna lose. Um,
I think you're
based
gonna
on
lose as well.
your receiving core, but you never know. Max's
Gentleman shit
receivers, so
talk.
live action here. Lad McConkey, good pick, probably, maybe. Xavier Worthy,
EPR monster this year, I bet.
Zay Flowers, and then you have McCaffrey, James Cook, dogs, actually great running back starters, and then Alvin Kamara. Ugh.
Nobody's gonna be able to throw the ball in New
It's
Orleans.
been a fantasy staple for 10 years, Kamara.
They're gonna have to
That's
run
true.
it down the field.
Max, who's the starting quarterback for New Orleans?
Exact. Probably Riddler, the
Rattler,
guy
close.
that's albino or something.
Yep.
Yeah, Spartan brand Patrick Mahomes.
All right, fellas. We gotta go to the picks. We gotta get to passionate picks.
Yeah, sorry.
All right, round week 2 of passionate picks. Last week we had Cody on, and it was only college football. We talked about it. It was a tough first week, but Cody did things that never happened before in passionate picks history. Cody won 1 game.
Wow.
We let Cody do locks, and we let Cody do a dog, and he still only won 1 game. Max, between you and I, we're going back to the gasoline, picking the slate of 8 games. You weren't much better, Max. You were 3-5, and you got an extra point and a half with one of your locks hitting. I was a little worse than you. I went 2-6 with one of my locks or my dog hitting. So for you and I, Max purposes, you have 4.5 points running score. I have 3. We still need to come up with a punishment. So open for suggestions there, Frank, if you have any ideas. Yeah. All right. Just got to beat 1 win on the college side, Frank. So not much to really ascend to, but there's that. Let's get it going with the college slate. A slow and kind of boring week 2, I will admit. So the games are a little amiss, but we'll do what we have with what we have. Let's start in the great state of Iowa, Max. Give us game 1, Iowa at Iowa State. Iowa are 2.5-point underdogs.
Yeah. So I think this is kind of a pick 'em, but I'm going to go with Iowa State for the sole reason they're home.
Ames, Iowa. You ever been?
I've never been. No local. Uh, Tyler Fitchero, so I'm going to ride with him.
Nice. Frank, who you got?
I got Iowa State just for the fact that they were one of the few teams I watched play week one. Data two, didn't really watch a lot, but they look great from what I did. So for that sole reason, and you add that in with I don't think Iowa's capable of scoring 3 points. God damn cat. Go away. Um,
Cats are friends of the
yeah,
pod.
cats are friends. Yeah, I don't think Iowa's capable of scoring 3 points, so give me Iowa State.
All right, respect. Two Cyclones. Last year, Iowa State won the game on a walk-off field goal. I just think it's a revenge week, year, game. So I'm on the Hawkeyes. I don't know shit about shit, but apparently Iowa's a pretty good pick in the Big Ten because of their schedule, which makes me think that maybe they're not that bad. Plus 2.5, another walk-off field goal gives me probably 2.5 as long as it's not a tight game. I'll take Iowa. 2.5 at Iowa State. Let's go to game two, Big 12 ACC. Yeah, wild one here. Baylor at SMU. Frank, we'll go with you first.
Give me the boys at Southern Methodist, just because I like the name better.
And they made the playoff last year, so
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Max.
I'm also going to go with SMU. Just because the points are so little and we need them for the podcast. Anything bigger would have been a Baylor pick, but 2.5, I think SMU can cover that.
This is great so far, boys. I'm on Baylor, so we're still splitting the differences. Baylor looks pretty bad. I watched most of the game. Probably shouldn't pick them, so I'll pick them. Ole Miss at Kentucky. I'm gonna rip this one first. I've been to Kentucky, Kroger Field. I did wear overalls, so I probably was treated a little more poorly than I should have been while rooting for Toledo while being there. But
Unapologetically yourself.
unapologetically being an asshole about rednecks. So now this is my time to make up for it. So I'm on Kentucky plus 10.5. I just think that Ole Miss is breaking in a new quarterback, and I think 10.5 is a lot of points in an SEC game. So I'll take Kentucky at home with 10.5 points. Max.
Yeah, I thought like the 36.5 that they had against Georgia State was a lot for Ole Miss, and I thought that would have been my dog last week. But somehow Ole Miss covered that, and they're going to cover this again. Remember, Dylan, who's their coach and who's his daughter?
Lane Kiffin's daughters are hot as heck.
There you go. So
Really?
give me Lane Kiffin and his daughters, 10.5.
Give it a Google, Frank. Give it a Google. It's worth it. Ole Miss Rebels or Wildcats, Frank?
I will
We'll,
make
we'll,
my
we'll,
pick when I know the status of Lane Kiffin's daughters.
I'll filibuster. You're gonna want to focus in on honestly all of them. I think. So, got no direction.
Jeez. Okay. Well, it's a lot of pressure for Lane Kiffin, but this guy lives for pressure, and pressure makes diamonds. Give me Ole Miss.
Yeah, it's called Olivia. No, wait, it's called Christine. No, it's called. I don't know what his daughter's names are.
It's really scientific. I'm not going to get into it right now.
All right, let's go. Max, lead us off with Kansas at Missouri. Kansas are 6.5-point underdogs.
Yeah, not much intel on this one. Don't think I got to see either of these teams play, but I'm gonna go with Missouri. Question mark Missouri.
Frank.
Uh, Same. I'm gonna go Missouri. I don't remember Kansas really ever having a good football team. I know they had that really enormous coach, and I can't remember his name. That was like the only time they were good. Um, so yeah, until then, Kansas is a basketball school. So give me Mizzou.
So we stay Dylan by himself and Frank and Max together. I'm on Kansas. Jalen Daniels. That's the only reason. Just that's it. Just an electric
Who is
football.
it?
His name's Jalen Daniels. Yeah, not Jaden. Jalen.
Any relation?
Nope, no relation, but it plays
Okay.
very similar to him.
Mhm.
Long shot Heisman pick over here. If they can find a way to keep this close and win. So I'm not. That's the only reason I'm on Kansas 6.5. Let's go SEC versus Big 12, I guess. Arizona State at Mississippi State. I'll go first. Um, so the reasoning behind this is honestly because Arizona State head coach seems like a really cool guy. Made the statement that they basically have to stay an hour and a half away from the football field because there are no hotels that are not connected to casinos within an hour and a half from Starksville, Mississippi State's University. So because of that travel issue, I'm going to take Mississippi State and the Cowbells to keep it within 6.5 against Arizona State.
What a mess. Holy
Yeah,
cow, I didn't know that.
Bell. Yeah, Cowbell. Frank, who you on?
Who did you take?
I took
Mississippi
Mississippi
State because
State.
of the
Yep.
debacle they got going on.
Mm-hmm.
I just I know they've been decent lately, but I don't see an SEC team, and maybe this is my old head thinking, but I just don't see them like getting smacked by Arizona State. So I think they'll at least cover. I don't know if they'll win, but I feel like give me Mississippi State.
Welcome to the good side. Max.
I'm gonna hop on the good side as well. I think
Ooh,
Arizona State's going to be in a rude awakening going into that hostile environment. Um, I did not know their travel issues. I picked this before I knew that. I'm going with Mississippi State just because the environment that this game will be played in, nighttime game, cowbells will be ringing, a lot of drunk rednecks.
love that. My favorite kind of rednecks. Max, so let you kick this one off. Your Power Five team
Yeah,
make the playoff. UNLV are 2.5 point underdogs at home against UCLA.
they're going to cover this. They're going to win the game. This is going to set them on the right
Mhm.
path to make the playoff. There will be an orgy in the end zone, and
Ooh.
good times.
Love that. Orgies are sweet. So they say, Frank, what's your pick?
I I was excited for this one. Give me UNLV. I also think they're gonna win. I think Nico fucking sucks. He looked like shit week one. He's got an ego. He's not nearly as good as he thinks. I didn't realize Orgy was on the other team though. It
Yeah,
kind of
he's the backup though. He doesn't.
it's incredible though how Michigan was winning games with him at quarterback. It's
Agreed.
incredible. So yeah, I think UNLV wins that game, and I'm so passionate about this pick. That's my lock.
Love that. Let's go.
It's a good
Let's
A little
one.
go.
ballsy, but
Um, I'm on UNLV as well. So we have two straight sweeps, boys. Uh, at UNLV, I think UCLA was the worst performing team this past weekend. Don't care if Utah is really good. Yeah, just give me UNLV plus 2.5. Nothing else to say. All right, last two games: Michigan State against Boston College and Michigan versus Oklahoma. Let's start with Boston College at Michigan State. I will let our Spartan kick it off.
Boston College in the points because John Smith doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. I wouldn't really say this early. I really think this guy, like, he loses this game, I will be the one lighting the torch and the pitchfork going, get him the fuck out of here. Because you can't lose that game. You can't. And like they just like I said, like the first game they played against Western, that first half I was like, oh my gosh, okay, they got better. And then they just played like they did last year in the second half. So I don't know if that's gonna change. And until then, I don't have that much faith in Aiden Childs. I thought he was gonna take another step. Incredible athlete, like unbelievable athlete. But he just turns the ball over. Sure, he didn't do it that against Western, but they're coming. He can't hit these open throws. It's frustrating. It kills me because I used to love watching football, and it just state's broken me a little bit. Thank God we have hockey.
Good, great hat, by the way. We
Yeah, at
talked
least I got a cool hat, right?
off the
Football team
podcast.
sucks.
Complimented Frank's hat, but great hat he's wearing. So yeah, excellent. Max, where are you? Boston College at Michigan State.
I'm on Boston College. This isn't out of spite or anything. It's a 4 point game. It's not like it's going to be anything, but I'm going Boston College. I think for that same reason I didn't really watch Michigan State Western, but from what I've heard from other state fans and the media is tale of two halves, and that's a dangerous game. So I agree.
Yeah, maybe a sweep again. I'm on Boston College. They played each other last year. Boston College won. It was a really good game. Different quarterback for Boston College, the kid who's not at Florida State. So yeah, maybe less improved, but maybe not. Hold your money. Boston College now has a backup from Alabama who was a 4-star coming out. His name's Dylan, so he's reckoning to be good. Um, threw the ball against Fordham. Fordham's an FCS, doesn't matter, who cares. But the turnover prone Aiden Childs is a problem. I watched the Michigan State Western game for 4 minutes, and it was like magically the time I turned it on, he got strip sacked against Western. Yeah, it's going to be an issue. So I think it's going to be an issue all year. I think State wins the game, but it's close. I think you guys, Max, you're right. It's close. Frank, I hope it's not a Michigan State loss because I think it'd be fun to see both teams be good again this year. And that takes me into the next game. So I'm on Boston College. We're on Boston College. The next game being Michigan at Oklahoma. Michigan State are playing at the same time. So that's split screen is going to have to happen for fans at home. But Michigan's going to be on ESPN ABC. Michigan State will be on NBC Peacock. Michigan heads to Norman, Oklahoma for the game of the week. Game day will be there. Michigan opens as a 5.5 point underdog. It was 2.5 a week and a half ago. I don't know what people saw that made it go the other way, but it is what it is. I think it's the easiest pick of the week potentially. I think Michigan keeps it close. If not, he only wins. I think Justice Haynes has a hell of a game for Michigan, the transfer running back from Alabama. I think Bryce Underwood plays Bryce Underwood football, gets a little running involved. Max talked about this earlier. And I think Michigan dominates the Sooners and comes away with an emphatic win for the Big Ten over the SEC for the second consecutive week. Max, what say you?
Yeah, I think if Bryce can survive the first drive in the first quarter without a mistake, gets one or two first downs, opens up the whole world of the playbook, and smell you later, Sooners. What even is a Sooner? I had to Google it today to talk shit to some of my buddies. Um, but yeah, Michigan lock plus 5.5 lock.
Love that. Frank, take us home. Michigan, Oklahoma.
Um, I feel like the game might be a little closer. Just road game, young quarterback might take him a little bit. I still think Michigan wins the game. I'm going back and forth on the points, but I think at the end of the day, it's going to turn into some bully ball. Like we're going to run the ball down your throat, whether you like it or not, and that'll kind of open up a little play action. I think that's when Michigan will start to pull away. So I think I'm going to take Michigan in the points.
I like it. I like it. All right, guys, good picks. We just went sweep. We agreed on half the board. You guys disagree with me. You guys agreed on the whole board. You two literally picked the same games all the way
Yeah,
through.
if we go down together then.
I love
Amen.
that from Max and Frank. I picked like the first 4 or 5 different. So okay, good luck on that. Let's get some locks, Max, and then our dog. We're only going to be doing the dog. So, Frank, you did say you had a lock for UNLV. Do you have any other locks you want to throw out there?
College football?
Yeah, sure. Just if you don't have to.
Give me a second. Come back to me. I'm gonna look right
Deal.
now. I'm looking at it. I'm
Max,
sorry.
give me your no. You do not have to, so don't worry. But Max, give me your locks and then your dog of the week.
Yeah, my lock is Michigan plus 5.5. And then my other lock is Bryce to have one throwing touchdown pass and one rushing touchdown this week.
Oh, I was gonna say the one's kind of overdone. You did that last. You did two last week, but all right. So one pass, one throw, or one pass, one run.
Correct. Yep. And then my dog, the Chippewas, go to Pittsburgh this weekend. 21.5 points. I think Central keeps it a little closer than that. So
Yeah, so I watched all of Central's game last weekend against at San Jose State. They won the game. They shouldn't have won the game. San Jose State had a kicker with a left or right foot that would have lost the game, but they persevered. Hell of a win for the Chippewas. So I love that pick, Max. Frank, do you have a lock?
I don't have a lock. Like everybody's playing Southwestern Alabama Tech this
All
week, it
right,
seems
we'll
like. You
hold
got
your.
Texas, San Jose State, Illinois and Duke, Florida
It's a
State
bad.
and Eastern, Texas A&M. I'm
It's a
gonna
bad
stay
one.
out of this one.
Nope. Respect. All right, my locks, Max. I was gonna throw Michigan 5.5, but I heard you kind of on it, so I veered quickly. I'm gonna go Justice Haynes anytime touchdown plus 125. Actually, I think that's a great pick because plus 125 feels crazy. Seems to be
Is
the
he the
better.
five-star running back you guys got?
He is from Alabama transfer. He
Oh,
yeah.
once 5 star.
I think the
So
one behind him is the five-star then.
Yes. The one that
Marshall
just
from
Okay.
Ohio,
committed.
Mr. Ohio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought Mr. Ohio was going to be the starting running back, but it seems that Haynes is kind of taking the reins
He's
as
sick.
yes.
What do you have, like
So
a buck 50 against New Mexico?
yeah, 3 touchdowns. So very nice. My second lock will be over a game we didn't talk to. It's on Dylan, left hand up. Illinois at Duke. Number 12, Illinois travels to Duke. I actually think it's going to be a really good game. Illinois are 2.5 point favorites. I'm not going to pick the spread. I'm just going to pick the points. Over 49.5. I think it's a shootout. I think Duke gets some points in Illinois. I think Illinois probably wins the game. Might cover, but I'll take a fun game at noon with not a lot else going on, especially when you got Iowa State, when everyone's probably thinking under there. Let's see some points on the old ESPN at noon. My dog is going to be our boy Matthew. Son's first name might be Matt. I lost to Dylan Iwanski, but his Owls travel to Bloomington, Indiana this weekend. They're 35.5 point underdogs. I'll take Kennesaw State to cover 35.5 points. Let's go to the NFL. And boys, we're going to have to be a little more efficient with our time.
Yep.
So let's
No more
start.
opinions.
Let's start with Thursday night football. I'll jump on it first. I've got the Cowboys plus 8.5 because I got my MVP and my NFC East winners. That's the reason why that's it. Max?
I'm going with the Eagles minus 8.5. I just think they're too overpowering. It's going to be a wild night in Philly with the banner and stuff.
That's fair. Frank?
I got the Eagles minus 8.5, and I think it gets ugly.
Yeah, probably better pick. All right, let's go to the Brazil Friday night. Chargers and Chiefs. Frank, what are you on?
Give me the Chargers plus 3
I
in
like it.
Brazil, so not really a true home game, but
Yeah,
division game.
weird shit's gonna happen. I'm on the Chargers too. I think they cover the game at least. So I'm on the Chargers too. Max?
So are we going 3 or 3.5? Because that makes a difference.
I got plus 3.
Okay, so we're going 3. All right, give me the Chiefs at 3. They went on a kickoff, or not kickoff, walk off.
With their kicker that thinks women belong in the kitchen.
Yes.
So yeah, but he's not wrong. And Max, that would just be a push.
Okay. So
So yeah, whatever. Either way, it'd be a push.
yeah.
All right, let's go to Sunday football. Revenge game for Justin Fields and maybe Aaron Rodgers. Funny first week matchup. I'm on the Steelers plus 2.5. I think Aaron Rodgers gets the best of the Jets. Max.
I also am on the Steelers. I think the Jets are really bad.
Frank?
I don't want to side with Aaron Rodgers, but yeah, I I could see him struggling against the Jets, but there's just no way the Jets are going to score enough points on that defense. So give me the Steelers.
Yeah, I agree with that. Let's go to the battle of the NFC South. Bucks minus 1.5 at the Falcons. Max?
I'm going with the Bucks minus 1.5.
Frank?
Same.
And same. Literally 1.5 is nothing, and I have no idea. I think penis.
Division game. Yeah, it's a pick 'em.
Yeah. All right. Let's do the NFC North battle. Fox's game of the week. Brady's gonna be on the call. Frank, who you got? Lions plus 2.5 at the Packers.
Oh, Lions. I think this could be a 7-10 point game. I know I'm a little bit got my Honolulu blue glasses on a little too much, but I think the Lions are going to win this game.
I'm gonna jump in. I'm on the Lions as well. There's too much transitioning going on in Green Bay. They lost their defensive tackle, who was a Pro Bowler. And I think the Lions have a lot of anger. People are picking against them. It's weird. So I'm on the Lions plus 2.5. Max?
Also on the Lions plus 2.5. I think there's a lot of media attention on this Parsons trade. It's taken away from the football aspect of it, which is good for the Lions. And in the last 3 years, the Lions are 36, 14, and 1 against the spread. So I like that record anytime.
I love that.
Hell of a stat.
I also still remember the last time it had been like 20 some years since the Lions won at Lambeau. I was in law school. I still remember freaking out about it. So I think they win against Lambeau. They've made Lambeau Ford Field Jr., and I can't wait. Also, preview one of my locks is going to be Amon Ra anytime Saint. Amon Ra Brown anytime touchdown. He just seems to always find a way in Green Bay. Let's go to the game that I hopefully will be at Gillette Stadium. Raiders at Patriots this weekend. I'll go first. I'm on Patriots minus 2.5. Brady statue. I'll get a picture with it. And then the Patriots will cover with Drake May, my future fantasy number 1 quarterback, hopefully. Max?
I'm also on the Patriots. I think they could be sneakily solid, like we talked about earlier. I think they have something going for them. So give me the Patriots.
Frank?
Yeah, I'm also on the Patriots. I do think Pete Carroll will get the Raiders to at least be respectable. I just don't know if it's this year. Like I can see him turning Genty into a Marshawn Lynch 2.0, how they ran the ball. But it'd be nice. Tom gets honored and stuff, but unfortunately, Tom, you're gonna get your teeth kicked in on the field. So give me the Patriots.
Yeah, it'll be weird for him and Gillette, but yeah, I agree. um, Sunday night football, Max, Ravens at Bills. Bills are 1.5 point favorites.
Yeah, this honestly, you just flip a coin. I'm going Bills just because they're home.
Frank,
Yeah, I guess I'll give a little parody. I'll go Ravens just honestly because Max won Bills.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
It's
mean,
really
it's
crapshoot.
going to be a fantastic football game.
agreed. And if you wouldn't have taken the Ravens, someone would have had to in honor of, as Max said earlier, Sam. He loves his Ravens, so I'm glad you did it. So I don't have to. I'm on the Bills. Yeah, literally coin toss. I have no idea. Let's move to Monday night. Honestly, another coin toss. I'm gonna shoot first here. I think it's because at least the team, and not the quarterback maybe necessarily, but the team is much better than another team. The Vikings are a better football team than the Bears, so I think it translates to a win early in the season. Vikings -1.5 at Chicago on Monday night. Frank.
I also like the Vikings. I I know JJ, this is essentially his rookie year, and I mean people probably would pick Caleb out of the two if they had to pick, but I think the Vikings are actually gonna win this game pretty handily, like 10 points.
I could see it. What color fingernails paint will Caleb have on? Clear?
Something pretty.
Something pretty. Something pretty. Max, who you got?
Uh, yeah, I was actually thinking this game's going to be pretty ugly to watch. Like, give me like a 17-13 kind of game. But the Vikings are going to cover. The Vikings will win.
All in the Vikings. I like it. All right, boys. Good speed, good pace, good knowledge of the NFL. Frank, it's been a great episode. Before we get done with this, we got to do our locks. Do you have any NFL locks?
Just for games,
Yeah, whatever you want to throw out there.
I love Jamison Williams to have a huge game. I know you talked Amon Ra, he's a Packer killer. Um,
Yeah,
I
we both
think
did there.
Jameson's going to have a huge year this year, and it sounds like Morton's going to let him run a lot more of the routes instead of just mostly go balls and stuff. So he'll be running the whole route tree. So
Like
give me
that.
Jamison Williams to go over 100 week one.
Ooh, okay. See, so Amon-Ra's going to get a quick outside slant, just easy touchdown. But Jameson's
Yeah,
going to have 100. I
he'll
like
take
that.
the yards.
I
Yeah.
like that. All right, you're in. Max, what are your locks?
So I'm going to go Tampa -1.5 over the Falcons. And then I'm going to go Houston. I'm going to talk about this game. I'm going to go Houston +3.5 at the Rams.
All right. Okay, we'll see. No, I have no idea what to say about anything. So, I already said I have Amon Ra anytime touchdown. I'm going to throw another receiver touchdown in. CD Lamb. I think he gets into the end zone on Thursday night. Dak Prescott, welcome back, and find CD Lamb.
Well, you know
Sure.
what? Let me go back really quick because this was my sports bet for a lot of my Lions games last year. David Montgomery, first touchdown.
Oh, you did throw us to that. Throw that to us many times, and we're going to give it to you again.
A great pick.
Yeah.
Get
Good
down
pick.
there and
It
smash
saved me
mouth
so
in.
many times.
Do you think he starts this year like he did last year?
It sounds like it. I
Okay.
mean, I bet you I wouldn't be surprised between the 20s, you see Jameer, and then inside the 20, maybe start seeing Montgomery.
We only have like a minute, but quickly, did you guys see the Jameer Gibbs meal at Ford Field?
Yes. Part of this balanced breakfast.
What reminds us, Frank? What is it?
It's like little blue gummies.
Yep.
Is it like a smash burger or something?
So it's a pepperoni smash burger. So it's straight up piece of pepperoni on top of the burger, Sonic ring tater tots, and then blue sour patch kids, all served on a plate.
You're in the bathroom by halftime. No way. No way.
Great
That's a two
stuff.
flusher.
Yeah, definitely a two flusher, and you're barely flushing that Ford Field. Oof, good luck to that.
Yeah.
All right, Ford Field Frank, seriously, great having you on. You are always one of our greatest GHLers, and we love having you on. So thank you for real, hopping on Illegally Teach Engineer Sports. It was episode 142, Navigating the NFL. And Max, our quote comes from Frank. Gifford. Pro football is like nuclear warfare. There are no winners, only survivors.
And with a blue and silver wave, standing to the break, rock, 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 go on with the game. Reminder, you will keep your faith down the field and gain. Alliance.